Hey, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. Jonathan Powell, JP here. We're back. This is Take 2. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to keep this lesson short and sweet. I really didn't want the first one, Take 1. Whoops, I said Take 1. I didn't want Take 1 to be as long as it was, but I really wanted to lay down the foundation and how, a lot of these chords function in a particular key, when it comes down to these traditional walk-ups. So like I said, this is going to be short and sweet. We're going to be in the key of A-flat major. And I'm going to show you just a whole nother approach that you can use when you play walk-ups, all right? So here we go. Let's look at the scale. A-flat is the 1. B-flat is the 2. C is the 3. D-flat is the 4. E-flat is the 5. F is the 6. G is the 7. And we're back at the 1, A-flat. So that's the number system in the scale. So what I'm going to show you sounds like this. All right, so what we're doing is going from the 7 to the flat 6 to the 6. And then we're walking up the same way, kind of similar as to what we did in Take 1. So now we're going to the 7, to the flat 2, to the 2, to the 3, to the 4, and then to the 5. Okay, so let's break down the first few set of chord progressions. So I went from the 7 to the flat 6 to the 6. So what I did on the 7 was I played G and B in the left hand. In the right hand I played F and B flat and E flat. And I used A flat as a grace note. And then I went to the flat 6. So I went to E and A flat in the left hand, and then D, G, and C in the right. And I use B flat as a grace note. So from the 7 to the flat 6. And then I play B flat right after. So it's like this. So after you play the chord on the flat 6, play the B flat right after. And that's going to take us to the next chord on the 6th tone. So now I have F and C in the left hand, and then E flat, G, and A flat in the right. So that's the 7 to the flat 6 to the 6. Now we're going to go to the 7. Okay? So on the 7, what I have is G and B flat in the left hand, and then D flat, E, and B flat. So I play the chord, and then in the right hand, I add the D flat in. It's kind of similar to the technique that I showed you in Take 1, where the lowest note will be added right after you play the chord. Okay? And I wouldn't play the G in the right hand. It makes it too muddy. So that's the 7. So now we're going to the flat 2, which is A. So I have A and C in the left hand, and then E flat, G flat, and C in the right. So you play the chord, and the same thing is happening with the right hand. The lowest note is being added right back up top. Okay, so the lowest note in the right hand is E flat. We got E flat, G flat, and C. Add the E flat back up top. So far. So now we're going to go to the 2. So in the 2, what I have is B flat and D flat in the left hand, And in the right hand, I have E, A flat, B flat, and D flat. Now what you can also do is do the same thing that we've been doing. Play the chord. The lowest note in the right hand is E. So add that E right back up top. So now we're going to go to the 3, which is C. And we have this diminished 7 chord on the 3. So I have C and E flat in the left hand. And then G flat, A, C and E flat in the right. As far as the right hand goes, use the same technique. The lowest note is G flat. Add that G flat back up top, right after you play the chord. Oops, that was wrong. And now we're going to go to the 4. So what I have in my left hand is D flat, E flat, and E in the left hand. In the right hand, I have A flat, B flat. And then what I'm doing is playing E flat and G flat as well. So I got A flat, B flat with my thumb, and then E flat and G flat with my third and pinky finger. So with my index finger, I'm sliding up to the E flat. So it's like this, da-da-da, but I'm doing it while I'm playing the A flat, B flat, and well, the E flat is being slid up to, and then the G flat is a part of the chord. So you're just sliding up to the E flat. So really it's A flat, B flat, E flat, and G flat, but you're just sliding up to the E flat. And then you move the E flat and G flat to D flat and E. So far. So and I did that wrong again. Hold on. There it is. And now we're going to go to the 5. So on the 5, what I have is E flat, C, and E flat in the left hand. In the right hand, I have G, A flat, and E flat. So after you play that chord on the 5, you can actually go a lot of different places. I don't want to just send you to one direction because I want you to have an open mind on, where you can go. These are just walk-ups that take you to different chords. We ended up on the 5. But you have all the other options that are in the particular key that you're in. You can go to the 6. You can go to the 7. You can go to the 1. But it all depends on, how you get there. So if you want to go to the 6, you can do different passing chords to get there. If you want to go back to the 2, you can do that. And what I did right there was I played D flat, A flat, and E flat in the left hand. And in the right hand, I played F, A flat, C, and E flat. You can use B flat as a grace note. So I went from the 4 to the 3. So in the 3, what I have is C, G, and E flat in the left hand. In the right hand, I have F, G, B flat, and E flat. And then I went to the 2. So now I'm on the 2 and I have B flat and D flat in the left hand. If you want to, you can play B flat, A flat, and D flat. But, it gets to be too deep once you start to do things like that. So you can leave it open if you want to. And then in my right hand, I have E, B flat, and E flat. And you can use A flat as a grace note. So. So it's like bum, 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 like that. So I don't want you to just be limited in where you can go because, like I said, you have other options. Well, places that you can go. So, like I said, I'm focusing on the walks, and those are some different things that you could do. I like this chord. I'll show you this. I started with A flat, and then I went down to this chord. I have D in the left hand, and then A flat, B, D, E, and G. And that just took me to the 5. So now I'm on the 5. I have E flat, D flat, and E flat in the left hand, and then F, A flat, D flat, and E flat in the right. So really you can now, once you have these walk-ups, you can kind of mix a lot of the other concepts that we have done in other topical lessons and, and from other chord progressions that you may already know. All right, so that's it for this lesson. I didn't want to go too far off into the deep end with some of the chords I was playing, but I wanted you to get like a real sense of, how they're used and, how you could take these walk-ups and then go to other places in your playing. All right, so that's it. If you have any other questions, feel free to hit me up. Jonathan Powell is my username. I'm in and out of the club every day. Lately, I've been really busy with this new project, Musicians Explosion. Is coming soon. And for some of you, it may already be out, depending on how late you watch this video. Drop some comments. Let me know what you guys are thinking of these lessons. We're going into a new direction. As you can see, you're going to start to see a lot of changes here in the Gospel Music Training Center. I hope you enjoyed them. Also, if you want to interact with me and Jermaine live, join us for the live training. You got to look into your account and look for the next upcoming live event that's coming up. All right? So other than that, God bless. Thanks for tuning in. Keep practicing. And remember, if you can hear it, you can play it.